Stadium in Arlington.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue. I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Now that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Altman. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And able to get this to the 31.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on second down, Altman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott now. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
47.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. The Cowboys at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Number 47.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Altman throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Altman. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Altman. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Altman. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on 3rd down, Altman. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Elliott running right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Throwing, Prescott. Got his tight end, that's complete. That's McBride. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
46.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's got it. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
From the 24, Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on 2nd down, Altman. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. A 1st down carry for Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Altman to Barkley on the check down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Altman, the quick slant caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Looking to throw. Altman. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off play action. Altman steps away. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either. Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play. 47. Prescott. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business. And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels. Here we go, 46. Prescott on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Chapman. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield? It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately. Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down. Here we go. Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 53. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Tenth carry now for Elliott. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
On 1st down, Altman. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
That's complete to McBride. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 80 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. You know they're going to be looking his way in overtime. He's had a fantastic game, but unable to hook up there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get open? How do you not know they're going to go to him? He's their big play guy. In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning point. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light's still on for him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Altman. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23-yard. There.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Giants.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Again, it's Barkley. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Giants win the football game.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Giants, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.